Hello Funksters, my name's Graham. I'm going to take you through a quick 10-minute introduction on how to play the double bass. This is not intended for people who are already proficient on the double bass. This is for absolute beginners. It's also for people who want to play country and folk music. It's not really for jazz or classical music. The main thing to start with is getting the bass in the right place. Okay, so the top of the nut here, just where the strings cross over at the top there, that wants to be roughly level with your eyebrows or with your eyes, sort of like there. Like roughly. Okay, because you need to be able to reach down here, but you also need to be able to reach up here, obviously. Okay. Secondly, you want to have this corner of the bass, so you can see like where there's some wear here. This bass leaning sort of into your midriff. Make sure it's comfortable, and then kind of make sure you're stood nice and steady. Okay, and then to start with, we're just going to use like one finger, but we're going to have two together. So essentially you're turning two fingers into one. I'm actually going to pluck with this second finger. I'm being supported by the first finger. I'll just show you what I mean now. So, like so. So a nice big fat pluck. Okay. Now, the majority of country and folk bass playing will have a pattern to it that tends to go root, fifth, root, fifth. If you know nothing of the theory side of music, then it's the name of the chord that you're on. So in the case of a C, the guitars are playing a C chord, then you play a C note on the bass, and that's the root. The C root thing, and then you find the fifth is always on the string directly below where the note that you were playing the root. So here is a C note, and then if I just go straight across to the string underneath, I get the fifth. Okay, fifth below. In the case of a C chord, it's a G note. Okay. So if I play a little bit, it will sound familiar, hopefully. Okay, so you can hear roughly what's going on there. Okay. Now, in most instruments, the end of the note, especially in chords when it's strumming, is not really taken into consideration. You just kind of strum and then you're on to the next strum. Bass is very different to that. If you were to draw the notes out, they'd be like a sausage shaped and probably a purple or a brown colour. And the end is as important as the beginning. And you'll notice when I play the same thing again. It like goes note, stop, note, stop, note, stop, like so. So. Okay, and there are two ways to stop the string. One, I'll keep this held down here. See how I like stopped it with my right hand. Pluck, stop, pluck, stop, pluck, stop, pluck, stop. And then in addition to that, you've also got your left hand can do some stopping too. So I'll not stop the note with my right hand now, and I'll show you the stop with the left hand. Okay, they both create a bit of unwanted noise. Both techniques of stopping the note create unwanted noise. If I overemphasise the bad noise that it makes, so that's stopping it with my right hand, and you get this like knocking, slapping sort of sound. And then with the left hand stop, you get like a moment where it's not released, but you've not got it pressed down enough. So again, I'll overemphasise the bad noise. Hear that? You hear it, it's just slight, but it's there. So what you do, it's like a combination of both. Like so. Now, in the heat of battle, when you're playing away at a session or with friends or at a gig or whatever, then some of the percussive note sound that you get with the right hand is beneficial, and it sort of becomes part of the missing drum kit, if you like. The left hand sound's never really a good sound to have in there. So I only use the left hand stop by itself if there's some like ergonomic reason as to why I can't use my right hand at that moment. Maybe I'm going for a note that's much higher up and sort of done that, if you know what I mean. So I've gone reaching for that one, and otherwise this one's still going. So, and then I'll have to something of that ilk, but it's kind of not important for now. The main thing is that somehow you stop the note so that it avoids this sound. I'll just. Yeah, it's quite muddy because you've got both notes going on together, which is not something you do on a double bass a lot in folk music. It tends to be just one note at a time. So you want to make it nice and defined, so it's like one purple sausage, a little gap, and another purple sausage, a little gap, another purple, so on. They're like. Yeah, that's nice and clean. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend starting on a C chord because you've got to press it down. Okay, where we're going to start is on the D, which is the next note up, but it happens to fall on an open string. So when you pluck a note that's on the open string as the root, so in this case a D, to find the fifth, like if you were playing a D here, let's say, we've already gone through it, it's on the string underneath, on the same place. Well, when it's an open string, it's just the open string underneath it is the fifth again, so D, A, D, A. Okay, now when you're playing an open string, you've got a third way of stopping the string. You can sort of, in a similar way to how you were stopping the string with your right hand, you can now use your left hand to do that. See that? Just resting it gently down on the strings, not pressing the strings down, just so if you were to pluck it, you get that sound where there's no note, it's just a staccato. Hear that? Okay, so what we're going to try and do now is try and play together. Go get your bass. Got it? Cool. Alright, and I can't really see you. And then we're going to go like root fifth, root fifth, root fifth, root fifth for 2 bars. Okay, like this. Okay, and then next we're going to play over the imaginary guitarist. Hello, imaginary guitarist. We're going to play an A chord, which is this note, which is your A string, and then like we discussed before, the fifth below it will be the string underneath it. So we've got A and E. So now I'll try and do 2 bars of each. So D for 2 bars and then A for 2 bars. So the D will be D, A, D, A, and then we'll swap to the A chord and we'll go A, E, A, E. Okay? So we're like root, fifth, 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 root, you might have noticed in that when we're playing the D chord and the fifth is the A, then when we change to the A chord, we're already playing the A as the fifth of the previous chord. So it goes D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, A, D, A, E, A, E, A, E, D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, A, E, A, E. And if I was to shout that out in roots fifths, it'd be root fifth, root fifth, root fifth, root fifth, root fifth, root fifth, and so on. So that A changes from being the fifth of one chord to being the root of the next chord. Okay, that's not a problem, and it's fine. Just do two A's on the trot. The next stage would be to put in a different note in between. So we change it from being root fifth to root something else, so you're not already on the A. Because the golden rule of bass playing is get to the party on time. Don't arrive early, don't arrive late. You want to get there just when you want to. So playing that last A as the fifth is kind of getting to the party early. So what I like to do is I'd play either that note or that note, depending on how I feel, instead of that note. So today we'll play this one, which is a C sharp, which is effectively the fourth fret. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like there. Okay. So if you've got some markers on your side of your neck, it's probably where the second marker is. Okay. So I'll just show you how it goes. It goes in place of the last fifth below, in this case an A. So fifth, root, fifth, root, fifth, root, C sharp, root, fifth, root, fifth, and so on. Okay, so I'll play that without talking over it. Okay, so you can hear how it stops you getting to that party too soon. So you're not arriving at the A chord like one beat early. And then just to make it tie in, you can do it on the way back up as well. So go here, A, E, A, E, A, E, A, C sharp, D, A, D, A. Okay, and that adds just a little bit of stability to your bass line. It works well. And then you can make it sound even more rootsy and proper by adding in both of those notes. You see how we could have used the B instead. I'll demonstrate that first. Okay, it's not as tonic or tonal, but it does work still. Now, if you use both and cram them into the same amount of space as you would have done the one note, so I was playing just a C sharp, but instead of playing just the C sharp, I'm going to play the C sharp and the B. So they'll be like, instead of, excuse me, so we'll go like this. C sharp, D, A, D, A, root, fifth, root, C sharp, B, A, E, A, E, A, E, A, B, C sharp, D, so on. So I'll do it without talking over it. You hear that? Nice and slow. there's an endless amount, or probably an infinite amount of different fills or passing notes that you can use to get from one chord to the next. As with on any instrument, the main thing is groove. Rhythm and melody and harmony are optional. Groove is essential. Okay, so if I was playing a slow piece, okay, I'm still putting in the same amount of like head nod and funk into each note. It's just it's mellower, but it's still there. The groove is still there. And then I could play just a one note piece. So there's no melody and there's no harmony in that, it's just one note, but you can hear it's still got groove. Okay, and then obviously you can have percussion music where there is no melody or harmony and it's just rhythm, but it will be full of groove. Okay, the other thing is don't overplay. Just in most situations within folk and country music, if you're playing root fifth, root fifth, root fifth with the chord changes and you don't do anything else but you play that well, people will love it. What people don't like is badly played bass. It just doesn't work. It has to be right for it to be of any use. If it's not right, the music's better off without it. It's a bit harsh, but it's true. So it doesn't have to be complicated or clever. It just has to be right on. You know, like a good hippie. It's got to be right on. Okay, so I'll leave it there for this. I do plenty of home tuition, Skype lessons, FaceTime lessons. If what you prefer is this format, I can do like specific for you videos. It helps if I can hear you play to then know where you need to make some changes to get a better groove going. Have fun with it. Bass playing is like it's the foundation for the rest of the instruments to build on. It's very cool when you get it right. It feels good. Some sessions I've been playing in, I just keep it tight, just play the root fifth, root fifth, root fifth all night, and it feels good. And all I've done is played like essentially two notes. Yeah, don't be afraid just to stay on something simple. And the other thing would be to like lean into every note in the same way that a motorbike rider would like lean into a bend to stay on, otherwise I get thrown out the other side. Each time I play a note, I'm like in there, not like outwardly, but inside it's in, you know. And I do bounce around quite a lot when I'm playing at concerts, because I'm really trying to lean in. Okay, I can't think of a... Yeah, have fun with it, stay funky. There's funk in everything. It's just sometimes it's carefully hidden. But yeah, get in touch if you want some tuition. My email address and phone number is in the Facebook about bit of my page, or you can just send me a message on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, give me a shout. Whatever level, it's all good. I'll play out with a little bit of music.